Welcome everybody. I am MM Bilal Hussain, Assistant Teacher, Raghunathpur Secondary School, Dumriya, Khulna. I will take an English second paper class for the students of class 9. Dear students, how are you? I hope that you all are well at home. Now, I will teach you transformation of sentences. Okay? Transformation of sentence. At first, you will have to know what a sentence is. Actually, a sentence is a group of words or even a single word which makes a clear meaning. Okay? A sentence may be a single word or a group of words, but you will have to express a clear meaning. We know that according to meaning, the sentences are of 5 types. These are assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, optative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. But according to structure, there are 3 types of sentence. According to structure, there are 3 types of sentences. What are those? These are simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. Simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. We will have to know what simple sentence is and what compound sentence is and what complex sentence is. This sentence which has only one subject and only one finite verb is called simple sentence. Clear? Only one subject and only one finite verb bearing sentences are called simple sentence. And compound sentence, if two clauses or two simple sentences are connected with and or but, it is called compound sentence. Clear? Again, if two clauses or two simple sentences are connected with and or but, it is called compound sentence. And complex sentence, if two clauses or two simple sentences are connected with a conjunction except and or but, it is called complex sentence. Usually, in case of complex sentences, two clauses or two simple sentences are connected with when, as, since, though, although, if, etc. Okay, except and or but. If two clauses are connected with and or but, it is called compound sentences, and if two clauses or two simple sentences are connected with any conjunction except and or but, it is called complex sentence. Now we will have to transform one type of sentence into another one. Transformation. As we are doing transformation, we should know what transformation is. Actually, transformation is the change of structure of a sentence without changing the meaning. Okay? If we change the structure of a sentence without changing the meaning, it is called transformation. Now I am giving you some example. You will have to consider this with me. Suppose going to garden, I saw a red rose. Going to garden, I saw a red rose. What type of sentence is it? Obviously, it is a simple sentence because there is only one subject, that is I, and only one finite verb, saw. The clause which bears the subject and finite verb is called principal clause. Actually, I saw a red rose. This one is principal clause. To make it either compound or complex, we will have to prepare another clause with the rest part of the sentence. Okay? In case of transforming it in compound or complex, at first we will have to prepare a clause using the extension or the rest part of the clause, this part of the sentence. Okay, here we find going to garden. Here there is a non-finite verb, go, but there is no subject. If we find no subject in extension, we will have to take the subject from the principal clause, that is I, and we will have to follow the tense of principal clause. The principal clause is in past indefinite tense. That is why I will have to make this clause in past indefinite tense. According to the structure of past indefinite tense, I will have to write the past form of that is when. Past form of go is when. So I went to garden. Okay, I have made a clause. If we want to make it compound, we will have to connect these two clause with and or but. Now you will have to consider which one is appropriate in meaning. I went to garden and I saw a rose. This one is a compound sentence. I went to garden and I saw a red rose. But if the subject of both clauses are same, in case of compound sentence, the subject should not be written after and or but. So we will have to write I went to garden and saw a red rose. As in both clauses have the same subject I. That is why I have not written I here. Okay. I went to garden and saw a red rose. If I want to make it complex, I will have to use these two clauses, but I will have to connect it a conjunction except and or but. I went to garden and saw a garden. So I can say it indicates the time when I go to garden, when I went to a garden. If I connect these two clauses with when, the meaning is, the sentence is, when I went to garden, I saw a red rose. Clear? When I went to garden, I saw a red rose. Let me give another example. A is honest, man can not enjoy the peace of mind. A dishonest man cannot enjoy the peace of mind. What type of sentence is it? Obviously, it is a simple sentence because there is only one subject, and that is a dishonest man, and only one finite part, that one is enjoy. Okay, as there is only one subject and one finite part, it is a simple sentence. If we want to make it compound or complex, firstly we will have to prepare two clauses. Suppose which one is principal clause? This one is subject and this one is verb. This one is object. There is no rest part in this sentence. If there is no rest part, no extra part in a sentence, we will have to look for any adjective with subject or object. Do we find any adjective? Yes, there is an adjective dishonest. Excluding the adjective, we find the sentence as a man cannot enjoy the peace of mind. A man cannot enjoy the peace of mind. And I have cut of the adjective dishonest. Whose adjective is it? A man. Whose adjective? A man. It is the quality of a man. So, to make it complex, we will have to write a relative pronoun after the subject. We will have to write a relative pronoun after the subject. So, a man. Who? As a man is a person, its relative pronoun is who. Our main clause is in present indefinite tense. That is why I will have to take a verb. Am or be verb. Who is. Now you will have to write this adjective. This honest. Actually, we have prepared a new clause, that is who is dishonest. Who is dishonest. Now write the rest part of the sentence. A man can not enjoy the peace of mind. So the complex sentence is, a man who is dishonest cannot enjoy the peace of mind. A man who is dishonest cannot enjoy the peace of mind. In this sentence we find two clauses. These are who is dishonest or a man is dishonest. A man is dishonest. And another clause is, a man cannot enjoy the peace of mind. If we want to make it compound, we will have to connect these two clauses with and. So in that case we can write, a man is dishonest and he cannot enjoy the peace of mind. A man is dishonest and he cannot enjoy the peace of mind. Let me give another example. Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. What type of sentence is it? Surely it is an assertive sentence because there is only one subject, that is honesty, and only one finite part, that is age. So the main clause is, honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. If we cut off the main clause, which one is the rest part of the sentence? Actually, there is no rest part. There is no extra part in the sentence. If we find no extra clue to make a new clause, we will have to write it as subject and a be verb as verb. That is, if we write subject it and as verb write it, it is, then we will have to write the subject honesty. Honesty, it is honesty. Then we will have to write a relative pronoun of the subject. What is the relative pronoun of the subject? Quiz or that. It is honesty, quiz, then the rest part of the sentence. Is the best policy. It is honesty, quiz is the best policy. This one is the complex form of this simple sentence. Clear? Think for another example. We read books to acquire knowledge. We read books to acquire knowledge means what type of sentence is it? Obviously, it is a simple sentence because there is only one subject, that is read, and there is only one finite verb, that is read, and one object books. So the main clause of this sentence is we read books, and extra part of the sentence is to acquire knowledge. Using to acquire knowledge, we will have to make a collage, and we will have to connect it with a conjunction to make it complex. So, if we find any infinitive, means to plus verb. If we find any infinitive to acquire, to make it complex, we will have to write so that instead of to. If we find any infinitive to make it complex, we will have to write so that instead of to. So the answer will be we read books. Instead of to, we will have to write so that. Then we will have to write a subject for this verb. That is we. We read books so that we. Then we will have to write a can or could. If the sentence is in if the sentence is in present form, we will have to write can or may. If the clause is in past tense, we will have to write might or could. As the sentence is in present tense, that is why I will have to write can or may. We can. Or knowledge. So the answer is we read books so that we can acquire knowledge. No more today. Thank you everybody. See you again in my next class. May Allah keep you safe and sound till then. Allah Hafiz.